I'm Gemma, and this is a chat with Gemma. I've been trying to make videos lately and been having, for some reason, I've been having trouble with the sound. And when you're old like me, you just can't be bothered having fights with technology. Anyway, hopefully this will be all right this time. And yes, I did cut my own fringe, and it's sort of, you know how it is, and you've got to keep going, and then it gets shorter and shorter and shorter. Anyway, it won't be in my eyes, will it, when I'm out in the wind? So I was reading through the Bible, and hold on, some of you, I've just lost you. This could be interesting. You just don't know. I don't think it will be, but you don't know that. Anyway, no, just joking. This is a psalm written by King David, who was born before Jesus. This is years ago. And I just sort of thought it was a bit funny because he was kind of talking about the same sorts of problems we might have today. His probably were a bit more life-threatening, but same sort of stuff. And this is Psalm 140, also known as 139. I think because human beings, can't agree. But anyway, it looks like it's supposed to be 140. And then there's another psalm where he's talked about how people that he's loved and had close to him and been generous to have turned on him, have become like vipers. They've become plotting to kill him, basically, that sort of thing. Do you ever feel like you have like a cloud of rain just belting down on top of your head and nobody else's around you? I felt like that. You can go through times in life, I think, where fair income, it's like, the pecking order that chickens have, they peck each other. It's like everybody's pecking at you. And this can happen in lots of places, quite often the workplace, of course. I'm not working anymore, but I can still remember what it was like working. And you just have just times when there are just people who just picking. And I'm somebody who's very, dot all the I's and cross all the T's and double, triple, quadruple check numbers and all that stuff. And so I'd just be astounded when somebody would suddenly get angry. And I'm the sort of person who always feels guilty and thinks, oh, yeah, something I must have done. And then you think about it later and you think, no, I didn't do anything wrong. They were well and truly in the wrong, And I'm not being, I'm trying to be objective here. I did everything right, but they just wanted to go after me. And sometimes people just can't hide it, can they? They just want to go after you. And if you're a little bit sensitive, you can sort of just think, oh, I just always get things wrong, or I just muck things up, or I'm just hope. You can think all sorts of things about yourself. But then when you get a bit older and look back, and you can look at it more clearly, you can see, no, you were in the wrong. You weren't doing anything wrong. There is just one of those crooks who saw you as another crook that they were going to try to bring down below them. So you were a poor little chookie that they wanted to bring down in the pecking order. And then there's times when you might be in a gym or a group or meetings, or you've got a club that you like going to, just every now and then there's got to be somebody who has to sort of say something that's a little bit kind of puzzling. Really, it's just an out and out insult. They're just trying to have a go at you and insult you. And everybody else is nice and the mood's pretty good most of the time, but there's just, and doesn't it upset you for a while? It can just kind of just stick that pin in your balloon, doesn't it? So I'm going to read this psalm and then we'll talk about it. It's exciting, isn't it? If you've never read from the Bible before, just hold on. O Lord, deliver me from wrongdoers. Protect me from the violent, who plot evil in their hearts and stir up strife every day. They make their tongues sharp as that of a serpent, and under their lips is the poison of vipers. Save me, O Lord, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from the hands of the violent, who have planned to trip my feet. By the way, do you ever just trip over nothing? It's the devil, I'm telling you. The arrogant have set a snare for me. They have spread out their nets to entrap me along my path. I say to the Lord, you are my God. Hear, O Lord, my voice in supplication. O God, my Lord, my strength and salvation, in the day of battle, you shield my head. Do not grant, O Lord, the desires of the wicked. Do not let their evil schemes succeed. Those who surround me defy me. Let them be overwhelmed by the mischief they have threatened. And it goes on, I won't read all of it. But I think it's probably a little bit more life-threatening, as I say, than what you and I perhaps go through, but who knows. There can be some pretty wicked people out there. I remember once Joyce Meyer, who used to listen to, but I've got a bit tired of the same topic all the time. But she talked about how she was in this workplace and she discovered later on, she just couldn't get on there, that there was a witch there. So you might say, oh, don't be crazy, Gemma. But there are, you would be surprised how many people get into all sorts of dark things. And you don't know what people are up to. So it is important to pray in the mornings and before you go to bed. Just cover yourself with prayer before you go into the workplace. But Joyce Meyer did say that she prayed for favour amongst her fellow workers and her boss and those people. And that prayer worked. And I tried that once and it did make a difference. So you never do know, do you? So it's worth, just as I say, covering yourself with prayer before you go into these sort of vipers' nests. I hope you're not going through something like that, but if you are, I hope you get out of there, or the bad guy gets out of there, or something happens to resolve it for you. Wishing you all the best, and I hope that you are not lonely, not sick in body or mind. And if you are, may God deliver you. God bless you. Bye for now.